All right, so we just finished up our review on the 2020 GT500, but we're gonna go back inside. I think they might be doing some cool stuff with this today, so I might be starting a new video. But we need to go find Ken, because I really don't think Ashley wants to give the keys back now.
I don't know where.
We're tuning a Raptor right now with a supercharger. There we go.
So listen.
What is up?
I feel like,
what's up?
You know, like your look and everything, it's just not right for that car. I'm gonna take it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I think it's just better with me.
Well, I mean, if that's what you think is best.
All right, cool, bye. Dude, this is the best car I've ever driven in my whole life.
Just imagine if it didn't. I mean, the Mickeys are great for traction, but for the real feel of the car, you need to drive one with Toyos on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
yeah.
did some launch control stuff.
Yeah.
Release the brake. Careful. That's fun.
Yeah.
Andrew was like, there's nowhere to do pulls. This sucks. This is terrible. He's like, just drive. I'm like, okay, pull, pull.
She's wild, man. She's crazier than me.
Yeah.
All right, so we got to drive the 2020 GT500, which is so cool. If you guys haven't checked out the review video already, go check it out. We are about to watch as Ken is gonna baseline the car and see what it makes with the stock airbox. Has a lethal race exhaust and lethal resonator delete. They're gonna put a JLT cold air intake on it and see what it picks up. So after the baseline, it made 731 SAE smoothing 5, and look at the graph, it just lays over pretty much perfectly between the two poles. That's on pump gas as well, Palm Beach Dyno Tune, lethal race exhaust. Now, we're going to be putting the JLT on. See what kind of gains it makes. So this right here is a prototype JLT intake for the GT500. So I believe this one's actually 3D printed, and this is not a production model, it's just for testing. That's because Palm Beach Dyno, JLT, they want to test to make sure the designs work before going to molding. So this is actually 3D printed, which is pretty cool. Obviously it doesn't look perfect, but it's definitely good for testing, and we're going to see what it picks up. They were actually testing this intake earlier. I showed up to go ahead and film the review on the car, so they actually put the stock intake back on because they were kind of test fitting things here and there. So he's going to report back with Jay from JLT and kind of finalize everything here. So we're going to see what it does, and Ken's going to go make a hit. No tune change, right?
No tune change at all. Didn't flash it at all.
I can't hear you.
I didn't flash it at all. I'm gonna have to learn Morse code with this exhaust.
Yeah. No tune change, just gonna see exactly the difference between the cold air intake from JLT and the stock intake box with the lid on. Dang! 30 wheel horsepower.
It's a little better than I expected. Let's back it up.
Yep. one?
Yeah, these things, you know, in this weather,
It's humid, dude.
let's check the temperature.
It's hot.
The conditions in here. Sometimes you can do the back-to-back pulls and it's consistent, sometimes it's not. So I'm gonna let it cool off and try it again. But yeah, it's 83 degrees in here. Fairly humid, almost 60% humidity, so
Yeah,
not bad.
That's why we baselined it.
But it's still up both times. It
Yeah.
really, honestly, look, the green and the orange are almost identical. I saw it live on the log. It saw a little knock up there, but you know, we leave the knock sensor stock. Sometimes I'd rather them be oversensitive and lose a little bit of power than hurt something. So.
Yep. And this is on 93 octane too.
Right, exactly. And you know, 93 octane can vary. What we'll do is we'll let it cool off, and as long as we can back up that green line there, I'd say, you know, calling it a 30 horsepower gain is totally fine.
Yeah.
But you know, any car, I'd say will pick up at least 20.
Yep. All right. Gonna try to back it up and let it cool down a little bit. See what it does. That's pretty good. That's looking good.
Yeah, we'll call that a backup, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's amazing.
So just a little bit of cool down time, and again, it's super hot, humid, gross, but 761, 764, and that's before, that's after. JLT cold air, only change. All right, well, I think that is a successful modification. So once again, it's a prototype JLT. So remember, it's not going to look like that when it's into production. Just to go ahead and test for Palm Beach Dyno. They're going to report back to JLT, and it looks like it's working pretty well. So 30 wheel horsepower gain with just a cold air intake. And that's at stock boost level, no pulley, bone stock. It just has a race exhaust and a resonator delete. 93 octane, so that's going to pick up even more with the heavily modified GT500. So if you guys want to know more about these 2020 GT500s, hopefully I'll have one soon, I don't really know. But Ken has his YouTube channel. He's been posting a lot about these cars, a lot of info, so definitely go check that out. There will be a link up there and down in the description. Comment down below if you think I should get one of these, because I really want one, especially after driving it. Watching this, all the modifications are they're just coming out really, really well. So hit the like button, leave a comment, and we'll see you guys in the next one.